Our climate is changing.
Climate change.
Climate change. Climate change. Climate change.
The earth is getting warmer.
We are in a life or death struggle for our own safety today and our survival tomorrow.
Rising sea levels are damaging coastlines.
We're standing at an inflection point in world history.
This is not about some expensive, politically correct green act of bunny hugging or blah blah blah.
Climate change is the defining crisis of our time.
People and nations are suffering now.
And every day we delay, the cost of inaction increases.
Our planet has been wounded.
All is not well with our world.
Of course, we can still turn this around.
Let this be the start of a decade of transformative action.
The impacts of climate threaten to disrupt global food supplies. What we need is a new biotechnological revolution. A playbook that decouples growth from emissions. That revolution is gaining momentum.
We will unleash the creative power of our best scientists to build a better world.
Food. It's a fundamental right for the sustenance of human life. But it could soon run out. At the rate that we are eating, the world needs to grow as much as 70% more food.
We are likely to be at 10 billion by 2050. Nature in its natural form can provide food maximum for 4 billion people.
As we know it today, agriculture is a land, water, and energy-intensive industry.
More than 60% of our water goes into agriculture, leaving very little for domestic use or for the industry.
Forests, soils, and oceans are nature's carbon sinks. And with the conversion of forests into cropland for farming, agricultural expansion releases more carbon into the atmosphere. Take Brazil's Amazon. As the forest is cleared for farming, conditions become warmer and drier, which has led to worsening droughts.
We can see in this image from 2020 that the forest is still standing. In 2021, we can see here that the trees in this forest have already been cut.
There is a lot of smoke due to the fires in the area. You can clearly see from the plane that what looks like fog is actually smoke.
Too much water can become a problem too. A supertropical cyclone named Amphan struck the Bangladesh coast. It was followed by major floods that devastated rice crops across 26 districts and led to a significant shortfall in food. Harvests have been shrinking and pests have ravaged crops. Tearing across East Africa, hundreds of billions of locusts destroyed a bounty of vegetation.
These cyclones brought in moisture conditions for the breeding of locusts.
If this is not dealt quickly and timely, this will have an effect on the food security.
In cooler climates like Northern Europe, people eat tomatoes all year round, despite the local weather not being conducive to growing them.
When I first started working in England, all harvests were in October.
That's a really quite frighteningly short period of time.
The desire for a diverse range of food is driving up imports.
The food industry is a beast in terms of carbon emissions.
If I was choosing between two dishes, I might choose the one with the lower footprint.
Since farms are far from cities, moving the food also drives up carbon emissions.
It depends on the country of destination. For example, these ones are going to Moldova.
Before reaching out to plates, food miles would have already released 30% of all greenhouse gas emissions globally.
If that country doesn't want them, others will.
Crop varieties are getting exposed to environmental disasters in their evolutionary history. So what changes can be made as we look to build a greener and more sustainable planet? Farmers, scientists, and innovators are reimagining how we grow and produce our food and create a better future for nutrition security. Biotechnology is revolutionizing our lives, from what we eat to the fuel we use to the medical treatments we receive.
We need a technology which can quickly modify our crops according to the needs. And that technology is only GM technology.
Commonly known as genetic modification, it is the use of living organisms to make products that help us. The gene for a desirable trait is isolated from a separate organism and inserted into the target. It can be used to treat disease, protect the environment, and of course, produce food. Ancient farmers did it with sweet corn and transformed a tough, indigestible grain into the juicy yellow kernels we know today.
That is what science is all about. The status quo is being jolted and disrupted.
We can increase the useful components of any crop. Breakthrough can be achieved basically with the help of GM technology.
The now famous golden rice is a good example. Food scientists modified ordinary rice to be rich in vitamin A.
You can bring in other traits you can bring in more of nutrition into it, more of drought resistance into it, more of flood resistance into it.
But that's not the whole story. And one of the reasons is pesticides.
Researchers warn insects are dying off at an alarming rate, impacting food chains and habitat.
85% of people are concerned about pesticide exposure in food. Are they risky?
Scientists have engineered pest-resistant crops, helping farmers withstand environmental changes that might otherwise wipe out an entire production season.
When there is a less pesticide application, that means there will be less environmental pollution.
The seeds of genetically engineered cotton were sown in India in 2002. Today, it accounts for 90% of all cotton planting in the country.
Lal Bahadur Shastri gave us a slogan, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan. Mr. Vajpayee added one thing more very critical, Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan. He took the bold decision of introducing the first GM crop into India, BT cotton.
Since the new crop produces its own insecticide, scientific changes have driven productivity gains.
And now, most of the cotton grown in India is BT cotton. We again became world leaders in cotton production.
But groundbreaking discoveries in genetics in the 20th century have paved the way for modern biotechnology.
As a scientist, having been involved in this research, CRISPR-Cas is such a mechanism that allows to perform precise genetics in multiple cells.
Genetic engineering allows us to directly alter the DNA of organisms without having to go through the process of breeding them over many generations. One million animal and plant species are threatened with extinction.
We got to abandon this delusional idea that we can continue to take nature for granted.
So we must find sustainable ways to produce the resources we need.
If we use GM, we are saving our health, we are saving our biodiversity, we'll save water.
The gene editing revolution promises new approaches.
GMO crops can reduce the environmental degradation. They have the resistance against the biotic stresses.
From crops that resist a changing climate to better yield and improved nutrition to feed the world.
How to face this climate change? This technology can come as a Brahmastra.
Biotechnology solutions to agricultural practices could objectively help humanity.
The science is very clear. We have a decade to begin to bend the curve of biodiversity.
The future of food is all about feeding everyone on Earth while being kind to the planet.